Hi, so we're going to look at area today. And again, like I said with the perimeter and circumference, if you do not have your formula chart out, you want to go ahead and get that, making sure that you use the right formula. And so for us, I just took a snapshot picture of it. Here's what your formula chart should look like. And we've done perimeter and circumference. And today we're going to focus on this box here with area. And here's a lot of different formulas. On the ones that say or, it does not matter which formula you choose to do, you'll still end up with the same answer and be correct on it. So to find the area, we're going to do 5 steps. First is identify the shape. What shape are we dealing with here? Step 2 is to write the formula from your formula chart. Don't just assume you remember what it is because, half the time you'll be right, half the time you'll be wrong, and that's a really easy mistake to correct. So make sure you have the correct formula. Substitute. What I mean by substitute is that means to plug in the numbers that you have. Plug in the length or the width or the base or the radius, whatever you have. Okay. Number 4 is to calculate. That means to do the adding, multiplying, dividing, whatever we're working on. And then lastly is to label. Now, let's talk about this label for just a second. For area, since you are finding the area of a two-dimensional object, we are going to always label it with a squared, centimeters squared, inches squared, meters squared, feet squared. Area is always squared. So make sure at the end of your area, that's what you're doing. We're going to multiply or add, do our formula, and label it correctly. We're going to dive right into examples. So here I have a rectangle, okay? So step 1 says identify my shape. Well, it's a rectangle. Step 2 says get the formula. Well, to find the area of a rectangle, we are going to do length times width. Now I'm going to substitute. My length is 8. My width is 3. There's our third step. Step 4, calculate. So we're going to do 8 times 3, which is 24. Last step is to label. Here it doesn't give us our label, so I'm just going to put units squared. If it was centimeters, we would label it centimeters, inches, and so forth. Great. All right, for our triangle. To find the area of a triangle, my formula chart says I do 1/2 base times height. So we can also do base times height divided by 2. That does not matter. Step 3 is to substitute. So we want the base, which is this, and the height, which is this. We do not need that 10. Okay, remember base and height make that perpendicular or that right angle. So you're looking for that right angle, and those two numbers make up your base and your height. So we're doing 9 times 3. Sorry about that. Now let's multiply. It doesn't matter the order, so I'm going to do 27 times 2, a half. And when I do 27 and a half, I'm actually going to end up with a decimal or a fraction here. So that would end up with 13 and a half or 13.5 units squared. And that's okay to end up with a fraction. All right, and now we have a trapezoid. Well, to find the area of a trapezoid, we do 1/2 of base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So let's fill all that in. Base 1 and base 2 are these two numbers here, so 30 plus 56. And our height is the distance between our two bases, which is 12. So I don't need these 16s or this 18. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and, add. So I've got 1/2. Well, 30 plus 56 is 86 times 12. Well, here I'm going to go ahead and I can do anything here that I want. I can do 1/2 times 86. I can do 1/2 times 12. It does not matter. I'm actually going to bring my work over here because I'm running out of room here. So half of 86 would be 43. So then I just need to do 43 times 12. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm running so much out of room. 43 times 12. So that's 6, that's 8, add my 0, that's 3 and 4. That would be 6, 11, 516. So 516 units squared. All right, now we've got a circle. Area of a circle, look at your formula chart, would be pi r squared. Just for this case, since it doesn't tell me, pi is going to be 3.14. My radius is 3, and we square that. So we're going to do 3.14. Just like in order of operations, we've got to take care of our squaring first. So I'm going to come out to this side and do 3.14 times 9. That would be 36, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27, 28, 2 decimal places. So I end up with 28.26 units squared. Perfect. And last one, a parallelogram. Parallelogram is base times height. So our base would be this number down here, which is 6. The height, remember, makes that perpendicular, same thing as in our triangle, would be 3. And 6 times 3 is 18 units squared. So area can be very, very easy as long as you just stick to it very robotically, okay? Meaning you just do step by step by step. What's my shape? What's my formula? Plug in your numbers, do it. Okay. Where people start making a mistake is where their work gets very sloppy, or they start skipping steps, or they start trying to do the hard multiplication and addition in their head. So try to take out those little mistakes, and I think you're going to do really well with area.